Right now on Thornton360, City Council here's an update on Thornton Police Department's July 4th fireworks enforcement effort and how to make your appointment for a COVID test by Thornton Fire Department. Thornton360 starts right now. Hello and welcome to Thornton360. I'm Todd Barnes, thanks for joining us. I'm coming to you from Thornton City Pool, which is now open. We'll tell you more about that in a minute, but first we're going to take a look at the last City Council meeting. City Council received an update on the Thornton Police Department's July 4th fireworks enforcement. This includes patrol officers to address fireworks complaints and 13 others dedicated to fireworks enforcement on the July 4th holiday. City Council approved a resolution establishing an ad hoc committee to make policy recommendations on a number of issues such as police oversight, technology, and transportation. The committee will report to City Council prior to consideration of the 2021 budget in September. Council heard a report on the city's financial revenue projections.
We are projecting about a $10 million revenue shortfall in the general and government capital funds in 2020. We are also projecting revenue shortfalls compared to what we had been planning off of in 21 and in 22. Part of our strategy is making sure that we balance the budget in 2020. And what that means is I'm looking to find savings in the general fund or the governmental capital fund around $10 million. Some of the operational savings that we are currently trying to obtain we're getting from things like the hiring freeze, deferral of fleet vehicles and other equipment. We're also just trying to reduce other operating expenses. So other things you might have noticed around the city is we are trying to reduce watering, and then we are, cutting the grass at longer intervals. And that's because the grass, if we aren't watering it as much, the grass does better if we let it grow a little bit longer. So that helps the city save some money as well. So we're looking to get about half of our savings out of operations, which is the general fund. And then we are thinking we might need to look at some capital projects for the other half of the savings. So currently we have several projects that are on hold, and we are evaluating them on a monthly basis. So if this $10 million revenue shortfall comes true, it's possible that we might need to look at long-term deferrals of some of the projects or possibly cancellation of some of the projects that were approved as part of the 2020 budget.
To see the entire City Council meeting, you can tune to Xfinity Channel 8 or to watch in high definition, Channel 881. And you can see all of our video segments at thorntonco.tv. Thornton's Fire Department is leading the way in the metro area when it comes to testing for COVID. Right now, you can go get tested by signing up online and getting a reservation. They're doing the testing on Tuesdays and Fridays, but not on July 3rd for the holiday. Here's what you need to know about getting your spot to get you and your family tested.
Good afternoon, everybody. We're here at the Thornton Fire Department at the COVID Testing Center here in Thornton. Just want to remind everybody to look on the city's website for locations, dates, and times, setting a reservation, and just trying to keep in mind the weather's beautiful, enjoy the weather, but keeping social distancing and mask safety in mind. So what we're going to do now is talk about the process when you show up. We want to have all the paperwork in order, like I said, register online, and this is how the process is going to work. You're going to pull up. Someone dressed as you see right here is going to meet you at your car. They're going to explain the procedure to you, double check a couple other items, and this is what it's going to look like. So when they ask you to remove your mask, just down to the nose will be just fine. What the swab looks like, if you want to get a little closer, it's about this long. This will be inserted into your nose, swished around for about 10 to 15 seconds. It's very uncomfortable, but that's how the testing process works. It looks something like this.
Okay, sir, go ahead and lean back. Insert this into your nose for 10 seconds. Go ahead and breathe through your mouth. Ready? Here we go. Okay, and you are finished. Results are typically within 72 hours. Any questions?
No questions.
There's no day of or on-site sign-up, so make your testing reservation at gocot.net/COVID19 testing. Here is some long-awaited news from RTD. Fast Tracks is about ready to open in Thornton. The N Line is finally going to become a reality. Here's what you need to know. The N Line is RTD's newest commuter rail corridor, and Thornton's been waiting for it for a long time. It is scheduled to open September 21st and will serve Thornton, Northglenn, Commerce City, and Denver. The 18.5-mile N Line is part of RTD's 2004 voter-approved Fast Tracks program. Thornton's Recreation Center and outdoor pools are finally open. That's good news for everyone. There are some safety measures in place, and here's what you need to know about making a reservation to work out.
Well, thank you. All right, take care. Have a good night. You too.
As a team, we've been working very hard to get prepared to open these facilities and to welcome you all back. Your safety and the safety of our staff is paramount, and it's the most important factor in the decisions we've made. Some important things to keep in mind is that reservations are going to be required for you to enter the facility for all activities and amenities. You can make your reservations on thorntonparks.com right now to be equitable and accessible for everybody in the community. We appreciate you only making one reservation per person per day for your selected activity. In addition to registrations, you'll notice when you enter the facilities, we are going to be taking your temperature. Anybody with 100.5 or higher, unfortunately, will not be able to stay in the facility at that time. Upon entrance, then you will check in at our front desk, and then you'll go to your selected activity. In terms of safety and precautions we're taking, you'll notice that fitness and strength equipment has been spaced properly to allow for 6 feet of separation. And we've enhanced some of our cleaning protocols around sanitation and disinfection.
We do ask that you come prepared for your activity. Locker rooms won't be available for changing, only restrooms and hand washing is available.
You will see all staff members wearing masks at all times in the facility. We strongly encourage you to wear a mask into the facility until you get to your chosen activity. You may take your mask off, but upon completion of your activity, we'd appreciate the mask going back on as you exit the facility.
Outdoor pools are now open, and so we are anxious to see everyone out there. The Trailwinds pool will open on June 29th. Same thing as far as reservations go. You will need reservations for the outdoor pools. And again, if you want to make reservations, you go to thorntonparks.com, or you also can call either one of those facilities for reservations. People are very anxious to get back to some type of normalcy, so we're so excited to be able to welcome everybody back.
This is a message you're used to hearing this time of year. Fireworks are illegal in the city of Thornton. Don't be shooting them off in your neighborhoods, and there's a reason for that. Here's what you need to know. We'd like to remind you that all fireworks are illegal in the city of Thornton. You may not know that somebody living in your neighborhood has extreme issues with fireworks being lit off near their home. Thornton heard from veterans and veterans groups about the difficulties fireworks being lit off in neighborhoods cause to these veterans.
Yeah, a lot of these veterans were POWs and in combat to the point where anything will trigger them. I'd like everybody to respect veterans during this coming holiday of 4th of July and just be respectful, be good to your fellow veteran residents.
Pet owners also know all too well the problems fireworks can cause for their pets.
These dogs are my family. It hurts me and breaks my heart when I can't do anything for them. They just get totally freaked out. They run around. They try to find a place to hide, and they can't do it. And I know other people's dogs have hard times too with the fireworks. All I'm asking is that you be respectful of pets and the people in your community, because some of them don't care for all the booms and everything also.
So we're asking you, please be thoughtful and not light off fireworks in neighborhoods in Thornton this year. For more information or to find a fire station drop-off location, go to gocot.net/fireworks. Thornton's next tree branch and compost drop-off event is coming up. The service is for Thornton residents only. The event is July 11th from 8 a.m. to noon at Thornton's IMC, which is located at 12450 Washington Street. There are restrictions and requirements, so before you go, visit thorntonco.gov for more information. So what is a Lumonics Mind Spa? You can find out by going to the latest art show at the Thornton Oz Gallery.
This is our exhibit that we have with the city of Thornton. It's called the Lumonics Mind Spa, and it consists of about 50 years from our archives of the light art of the late Mel Tanner and Dorothy Tanner. They got introduced to this material called plexiglass that they started incorporating into something that would be called corporate images. So they would take, for example, a company, they would take some of the things that they made and incorporate it into sculptures. And they began lighting it. And eventually it became part of a whole multimedia experience called the Lumonics Light and Sound Theater. Well, the works individually are very powerful, but when you see them as a whole installation, they really have quite a transformative effect on people. And when I saw the theater, it just really mesmerized me. This is a very non-traditional art form, although people are using more light now. Artists are using it, and it is considered more of an art form than it had been at one time, although there have been artists through the years that have experimented with light. This exhibit came together very nicely, and we had to do a little transformation to suit the space and the lighting, which always has a challenging aspect to it. You know, we hope people have a chance to visit the installation here. We really want people to kind of take a break from themselves and have a chance to get out, spend some time at kind of a meditative, contemplative space to let their imaginations run a little wild.
Lumonics runs through September 25th. That's it for this edition of Thornton 360. I'm here with Curtis and Graham, and they're excited the city pools are open. What do you say?
Yay!
All right, we'll see you next time.